What's up, fellas? I hope you are feeling good and I hope you for ready for your daily dose of skill. And today we are going to touch one of the most painful topics ever in the world of tanks. And that topic is called, okay, you can guess how that topic is called, fellas. Matchmaking. I know in the past World of Tanks had matchmaking like -3 or +3, or even you was playing with your chaffy, which used to be tier 6 if I'm not mistaken, it doesn't matter, or Baka tier 6 light tank, and you used to see even tier 10s, it was +4 matchmaking, right? And currently we have +2, -2 matchmaking, which is complete garbage. Why so? Well, unfortunately everything is changing, right? Like in real life everything is changing. There is more powerful and better cars. You can move from sector A to sector B way faster than you could do 100 years ago when you was riding a horse, and so on, right? Same goes into the game, fellas, and everything is changing. What do I mean by saying that? In the current situation of the game, when it is impossible to find the balance, let's say like that, between tier 8, tier 10 and tier 6, let's say like that, in the middle, right? If we are checking the standard Tiger 2 is fine against the tier 6s. Now compare Tiger 2 against whatever tier 10 vehicle. Tiger 2 is a garbage, right? So what do I want to cover today, and what do I want to talk about is matchmaking, fellas. And I believe the best way to solve this problem, like majority of the community contributors are saying, is +1, -1 matchmaking. Because, fellas, imagine that if World of Tanks is going to have +1, -1 matchmaking, the balance of the game is going to be 17 billion times better. People would enjoy the game way more, and then you can work towards the balancing, right? Because currently, fellas, I have a mission for every single of you. Make a tank which is decent at the tier 8, right? So we are talking about the tier 8 vehicle, which would not be overpowered against the tier 6s, and which not would suck a big D against the tier 10s. This is a mission for you. Will you do that? Let's say like that, make a heavy tank, which can stand against the tier 10s and which would not be overpowered against the tier 6s. A hard mission, right? It is impossible to do that nowadays, not with a current game and so on. So what do we want to say? And at least this is my opinion, right, fellas? What this game needs, since years are running and so on, meta is changing in the game. What we want to see, or what is my opinion about all this, is +1, -1 matchmaking. And if you are thinking you are not going to meet too many different vehicles, fellas, test right there. I have all tanks in the game apart Artus, right? So Artus is not included here. So let's see. Let's pick the tier 8, tier 9 and tier 7. You are playing with the tier 8. How many tanks you can meet in the battlefield? Oh, only 205. So variety of the game, okay, it's not clear. Let's say like that, you are playing with a tier 7. How many tanks you can meet? 220 vehicles in the game. It's not clear yet. Okay, let's go and play with a tier 9. Tier 9, you can meet 207 vehicles. 27 different vehicles in the game. So I believe we covered this topic, right? And variety in the game is huge, right? Even though with a +1, -1 matchmaking, everything would look like good in my opinion, and everything would be fine. You are asking about the challenge, but skill. It is so enjoyable when you are tier 8 to fight against the tier 10s, and once in 100 battles to be very competitive and to have amazing battle. Yeah, you are absolutely right about that. But for the rest 99 games, you are not going to enjoy your battle experience. And let's say like that, you are playing with this VK which have nothing. You are going to cry in the corner for those 99 games, and once in those 100 games, if you are a good player, you can say, oh, I carried my team in the tier 10. So it is not about the challenge, fellas. I can tell you that it's not going to be super enjoyable experience whatsoever, and I believe you know what I'm talking about. Fellas, we don't need +2 matchmaking, because then imagine that we have +1 matchmaking, then I believe what Wargaming could do, and they should do this immediately, is to balance the vehicles, make a weak spots on the tanks. Game balancing in general would be way easier if you are not trying to balance everything in one. When you have the small gap for a balancing, right, it would be 7 times easier. Plus for a new player, fellas, every single of you was a new player one day, right? Or maybe you are a new player which is watching this video. You have 1000 battles or 7000 battles, doesn't matter. You are still new in the game, I can tell you that. And I believe a gaming experience which you are having, let's say like that, playing with your beloved Jack Panzer 7, and when you are meeting VK, what can you do? Let's get real, you cannot do nothing. You can cry in the corner and die, right? So that kind of things would never ever happen. Also, if we are talking about the new player experience, fellas, I can tell you that what Wargaming should do, Wargaming should make a free 6th sense for everyone. And fellas, I can tell you that it would be the best, probably one of the best things ever which ever happened in the world of tanks. Why? Because new player would understand he is getting spotted. Something is not right. Grind through the stock tanks and new lines would be 17 billion times easier, and so on, so on. And if we are talking about older players like me, which, yeah, I free experience 6 cents and so on, I don't need any refunds. I don't care about that. I will use other skill and I'm going to feel 17 billion times better. It is about the new experience. It is about the new player experience. Don't you think so? And those older players, those more experienced guys like me, we can put the other skill on commander and everything is going to be fine. I don't need refund. I don't need anything. I want this game to get better and better and better and better. And in this certain situation, fellas, the main problem which we are having is matchmaking. It's just not enjoyable to play the game. And I am saying that from my perspective, even though I enjoy the game 80-85% of the times or 90% of the times. But a new player which recently started the game and he has grinded through his blood and tears towards the Indian Panzer, and he is meeting the Type 5 Heavy. What kind of game balance is this? This is not a balance, this is a joke, okay? And I really want to touch this topic today. Plus, on top of that, fellas, solution is very simple. Make a +1, -1 matchmaking and start going through the tanks. Make a tanks which is having a weak spots frontally. And if it's not the case, if you want to have some tanks which don't have a weak spots and so on, make them terrible from, for example, tank destroyer E3, right? This tank, okay, it doesn't have weak spots frontally, lower plate is kind of, you know, messed up and so on. Fine, fair enough. Make this tank to be trackable quite easily, right? So with any caliber gun, if you are hitting a track, you are tracking a vehicle. Or sights extremely easy, which is the case. But I can tell you that many times I played with whatever vehicle, right? And when I met Type 5 Heavy, bounce sideways, bounce sideways, bounce sideways, because you are getting the lower NG roll or something, you know. It's not funny. And do we really need that kind of vehicles? And if we are talking about the Type 5 heavy, but scale, how would you balance this tank? I mean, with a derp gun, I can tell you very simple game balancing factor. First of all, add weak spot, cupola, and let's say like that, make those hatches tiny touch easier penetratable, or if not those hatches, make this shoulder plate way easier penetratable, so when Type 5 heavy will side scrap, it's going to be weak and everyone, even Tiger 2, can penetrate it. Plus on top of that, the main problem, for example, about this vehicle is a derp gun, okay? You know how you can fix it? You can fix it very easily. This gun is not bad, everything is fine with it. You know what you need to do? Increase DPM tiny touch, because DPM of this vehicle is not very good. Make DPM 3,200 or something while having a weak spots frontally. And gold is sucking kind of a big D. Change gold to, let's say like that, heat penetration, 320, 330, problem solved. Type 5 heavy is competitive tank because of the DPM of the gun, and people would still need to aim for your weak spots. Problem solved. Derp gun, you don't need that, everything will be fine, and I can secure you that people would play with the Type 5 heavy if that kind of changes would be done. Okay, next topic. Also with a matchmaking, but skill, my friend. How about the preferential matchmaking vehicles in the tier 8 like Jack Tiger 88 and so on, which have preferential matchmaking? Yes, fellas, leave that +1 matchmaking on the premium vehicles which have special matchmaking, but give those tanks increased chance to fight against the lower tier vehicles. What do I mean by saying that? Currently, preferential matchmaking, take Jack Tiger 88 into the battle, I can tell you that 7 or 8 times out of 10, fellas, you are going to fight against the tier 9s. Every single time. How you can fix this problem? Flip the chances. You can fight with the lower tiers way more often with those preferential vehicles. Let's say like that, like 7, 8 out of 10 times you are going to be a top tier. So you will fight against the tier 7 and tier 8, and you won't see the tier 9. And if you are in the tier 9, you are unlucky or something. Or alternatively, make those tanks special which can see only tier 8 tiers, and then go into the tank stats and nerf it. If it's way too strong, let's say like that. You get the point what I am saying, dear fellas. And obviously, I'm asking every single of you suggestions, solutions and everything. You have ideas, share that below in the comment section, right? And we are going to send this replay as usual to Wargaming, and it's up to them what they are going to do that. I can tell you that I am, as a community contributor, I am going with suggestions, options and so on, and it's up to them. They are listening for community contributors or they are not listening for community contributors. So our hands are tied and that's it. But in the same time, I can tell you that my head is clear, if I can say so. My heart is clear and I am giving solutions. I am highlighting the problems, giving solutions, and it's up to them. They are going to do something about it or not. Because I am, this is as much as I can do. Also another thing, Arta, who was thinking giving stun for Arta, increasing accuracy and making splash radius way better is going to be a good idea. Are you even, Wargaming, I am asking for you, are you even playing your game? This is a real question. Have you ever played any map with 3 Artas apart Himmelsdorf or Ensk? Have you ever tested it out? And obviously, if you are not hiding behind the corner or in the deepest forest, have you tried to do something when you are permanently stunned and when you are getting bombed by the clickers from the left, from the right, and when you are losing majority of your crew members and everything? Because Arta have faster reload time and plus this not annoying stun mechanic at all. Have you tried to play your own game at least? I have no clue what you are doing right here. Suggestion with the artas. Make one arta per team, maximum. If you want to make more than one arta per team, make two at most and remove the stun completely. Why? Because it is unplayable. It's not fun. Have you, like I said, you should play, you should check your own game and pay attention how people is behaving when there is three artas. Everyone is getting into the corner and they are afraid to move because they know if they are going to move, they are going to take one for the team, which is no fun. And in the same time, the person which is playing with Arta, he's outplaying you while watching football match. And you are trying hard, you are following, you are looking into the map, you are trying to do flanking maneuvers and so on, so on. And someone which was done, you are dead, stunned. Finito. Gone. So think about that too. Arta is a problem, and it's not standard Unicum which is crying in the corner and saying Arta. No, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good you are. Arta is annoying. And it's not about the X1 in this certain situation. 3 Artas is unplayable. Test it out. Take tank yourself wargaming, go into the battlefield, you will get Prokhorovka map, you will hide in the magical 1-2 line because you will afraid to do something. Because if you will get spotted in the middle or wherever, if you don't have your umbrella, yes, umbrella, you are doomed. That's it, nothing what you can do about this, and I mean it, it's not fun, I'm telling you, and you need to balance this game because when time is, I can tell you that gaming experience in 2014, even though when we had those artas which could one-shot with AP shells, was way better than it is now. It's not enjoyable. I'm not only one which is saying that. You know what? The best case scenario in all this, make a straw poll in the game like you did in the holiday ops. Hey guys, did you enjoy the holiday ops? It was clear and so on. We don't need that kind of questions. You know what you should ask? Hey guys, what do you think about the map rebalancing like mines? Hey fellas, what do you think about matchmaking? Are you happy with it? What kind of gaming experience you are having and so on, so on. We don't need the pointless questions which is making you profit, right? We don't need that. We need a nice gaming experience when we, after our jobs, we could have 1 or 2 hours of fun time when we are at home while eating our schnitzel or something. That's what we need. We want balance in every single class. So start everything from fresh. Go and do meeting and simply talk about everything. Test out +1, -1 matchmaking, and you are doing that in one of the servers, Asia, if I'm not mistaken. Congratulations, hip hip hooray. I hope this matchmaking is going to go through. My opinion, my mission is to say what am I thinking and what my community is thinking, what people is thinking in the stream. You have no clue how many guys is saying, I played couple of games, I had 3 artas in both teams, I got spotted, I got wrecked, I am crying in the corner. And you are thinking, oh, but hide behind the building. You are going to get stunned even through the wall. I did that multiple times on stream and it's no fun. It's not enjoyable. If I really want to hide in the bushes, I will play Minecraft, okay? That's what I will play. So I am done. Looks like I am done with this rant. I highlighted everything. So Wargaming, thank you so much for your time by watching this. I want you to have amazing game. I want you to, instead of creating 17 billion new premium tanks, balance the game. And money after that will come to you because happy customers in the same time have more money, right? And this is and that will be the long-term money. So if we are talking about that, because I know 13 floors building it costs a lot, right? It costs a lot for sure. So yeah, that was my rant, fellas. And every single of you which watched the full video, I hope I hope you had a good time, and please message your ideas in the comment section down below. I want to hear everything, and the most importantly, Wargaming, I hope you are going to read the comments and check out what people is thinking about your game, about your baby. So I hope I said everything clear, and I hope my suggestions was worth something. So yeah, once again, fellas, I hope you had a good time while watching this video. Make sure you are dropping comment down below. If you disagree with my opinions and with everything, make sure you will dislike the video and say why you disagree and why +2 matchmaking is fun when you are playing with your beloved Panther 88 and TIE 5 Heavy spitting on your face, and if not that, TIE 5 Heavy 907 will have a good time while farming you alive, and so on, so on, so on. Also Arthas. Thank you, fellas. See you next time. Peace.